Hi guys. So today I'm gonna do my everyday makeup routine. My son is in here. He was being quiet, but of course I start talking and that all goes out the window. So I have a fresh face, clean hands, which are always important. And I'm gonna start out with a little bit of skincare. Jack. All right. Sorry, this is mom life. This is how you have to get ready, is with a toddler yelling at you and getting into your stuff and destroying your bedroom, because that's what they do. So that was the Farsali, and I'll have everything linked down below. This is the Farsali Unicorn Essence. I use it as like a skincare. Some people use it as primer. Whatever floats your boat. Go for it, boo thing. And then this is the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. It's just like a beauty oil. It smells like oranges. And it's got gold flakes in it to help with whatever the fuck that's supposed to help with. Wow. Jack, I'm gonna need you to like go throttle back somewhere else.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Mom.
I'm gonna keep getting really washed out. Not what I do. Jack, stop that. Alright, so now that that is on, no, give that, ouch. So now that that's on, I'm actually going to put on my Dior Creme de Rose lip balm just to prep my lips. I've had mine for a really long time and actually have not used that much, obviously. So I would say that it's pretty unnecessary, probably. $30 lip balm, but whatevs. Okay, I'm trying to decide what kind of primer I want to use today. I think I'm going to go with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And my son took all of my little spatulas so I don't have to dig my fingers in there. So I don't know where they are, so I'm using a Q-tip. And this is kind of like a... It's a little balmy of a texture, you know, like it's kind of thick, not too much. The Natasha Denona Glow Primer is really balmy. Okay. And I feel like they market this as skincare, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe I could be mistaken. It's not. It won't be the last time. All right. And then the last thing is I'm gonna put on just a little bit of eye cream. I'm not gonna put on a lot because I mean it's kind of thick, and I don't want my concealer to crease, but then at the same time I don't want it to look like dry and crepey under there because that's not cute. So, and always use your pointer finger, your ring finger, not pointer finger, because it has the least amount of pressure or whatever, and your eye area is really delicate skin. So, oh, sorry, I'm getting washed out again. Okay. Now that we got all that going on, I actually think I'm going to go in with a different primer because I love it. Like, love, 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 love. This is the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold pure luxury lift and firm prism cream. You can use it as a highlighter. I just always put it underneath my makeup to kind of give me like a hellacious glow. It does have color, but once you like blend it into your skin, I mean, as fair as I am, I do not have any issues whatsoever with this product. Like giving me color when I don't want it. If that makes sense. Oh, my mirror just went off. I gotta turn it back on. Okay. And you see how it's just like glowy and radiant? The only thing that I hate about it is my hands are now covered. So anyway, and now I have to just decide. This is always the hardest part. Which primer and which foundation do I use? Because I have so many. But I think today I'm gonna go with one of my faves, the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua. You have to shake it. It has roller balls in it. Otherwise, it come out really, really watery. And that's not a good thing. So you need to shake it really hard. Oh, look at my magical. All right. And I just go directly on the back of my hands. Hopefully don't get too much because it's not cheap. But like literally, it is my fave. And I think that this is like a light to medium coverage foundation, I think. But I don't really have any like skin problems or scarring or anything like that. So typically I don't need full coverage. You know, and then like once I put on powder, oh, and this is just a damp beauty blender to blend. And see, like what I'm seeing in my camera, which is actually my iPhone, looks way different than how I'm seeing it in either one of my mirrors. You know, like my freckles are not as pronounced, like in the mirror, like that I'm looking at. But they are very clear on my camera. So, well, whatever it is that I keep doing, I need to start doing it. Make that stop happening. My child is destroying my house. Like legit, it's destroying my house. Okay, I'm getting frustrated. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna break out this trusty, dusty, not dusty, but this is the Artis Oval 8 brush. No. Yes, it is the Oval 8 brush. And I'm gonna use this because it just works so much faster. And then I'll go back over everything and like make sure. Okay, see, I'm looking in, I have two mirrors, like a big, both of them are light up, but like I have a little, like the iHome mirror with natural light. And I can still see my freckles, but not like that. And there's no redness either. Sorry, my voice, like, over the last 2 or 3 days, just, like, keeps cracking for some reason. I do not know why. 3-year-olds. What are you gonna do with them? You can't do anything with them. So yeah. I think I'm actually gonna put on just like a little bit more. Like that's all that I put on the back of my hand that time. This is just not very representative of what this looks like in real life. There's like night and day difference. Like there's no redness, and y'all are seeing a pretty good amount of redness still. And I always, oh God, I'm gonna have to work on the lighting. I'm sorry guys, but you know, don't invest a lot into something that you don't know if you're gonna be very successful at. You know, so I am by no means a professional. This is just something that I am very passionate about, something that I enjoy doing, something that makes me feel good. Yeah. And then I'm just going to go back over with my beauty blender. And typically on an everyday basis, I do not wear concealer because I actually find, I mean, obviously I don't really have anything to cover up. Like I don't have dark circles or anything like that. And I actually find that it makes me look older. Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep right on going. Alright. I hope this video is not like crazy long, but I think it will be. Jack! I swear this kid wants to end up in the hospital. I'm pretty sure. And he just got out of the hospital. Well, you know. Like last week. And he's watching a BBC cartoon, which is called like Sarah and Duck, I believe. And he's obsessed with it. Whatever. On Netflix, by the way, in case you have a child and you want to watch it. Or if you don't have a child and it's just like cartoons. Alright, so that was the Hourglass Ambient Dim Light, which is just kind of like a... I find that it's like the most neutral out of all of them, and it just kind of gives me a glow, and that's what I use to set my foundation because I have dry skin, so I'm all about that glow. And that was a Sigma E30 large powder brush that I used to apply it with. And now I am going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Out of all the bronzers that I have, like Tom Ford, Marc Jacobs, Chanel, Hourglass, like these crazy expensive brands that like I just had to have. Benefit, even though no, it's not crazy expensive, but you know what I'm saying, like I had to have all of these. Yeah, I thought they were just like the greatest bronzer of all time, and I'm telling you, this is a second Physicians Formula bronzer that I have hit pan on, and I already have a backup, like for real. And I use obviously the light bronzer. So, and this is the Tom Ford 05, or as it is better known, the bronzer brush. And I love it. It is really, really expensive. I'm sorry about the lighting going on here. Let's see. It is a very expensive brush. I believe it retails for $115. However, I did not pay that. I made a purchase with Saks, like Saks Fifth Avenue. And in that purchase, like I had spent like, I think it was actually when I bought my Artiste brushes, because that's where I purchased them from. Like I spent over like $300 or whatever. There was some amount you needed to spend over, and they gave you a $50 gift card in return. So I had that $50 gift card, and then I also had a 10% off. So I paid like $65 for the Tom Ford brush. However, even though I didn't pay the $115 for it, I would do it all over again. Like I'm probably going to get another one in the not too distant future, because I'm telling you, it is a phenomenal brush, and it does make bronzer so easy. Like I used to not hardly ever wear bronzer because I always seemed to screw it up no matter what I did. But it has been a game changer as far as bronzer. And now I'm using the Benefit Rockateur. This is the third one of these that I've gone through. It is just like a really nice, everyday, natural kind of glowy. It's not matte at all. It does have a little bit of a glow to it. And it is phenomenal. Like, I love it. And you're going to be like, whoa, you're putting on like way too much blush right now. But, you'll see in a minute, I'm going to like blend everything out. And I don't want to lose like all the color. See, it kind of looks a little bit too much like I kind of got clown cheeks going on right now. But I'm going to fix that. So, this is the, whoo, and I'm getting down to it. Like, it's a lot of crumbs, a lot of dust in here. This is the Guerlain, here I have another one, I'll look at this one. This is the Guerlain Meteorites that came out holiday 2015. And I loved it so much that I bought it back up, and I haven't, I mean, that was a year and a half ago. And I mean, I still have plenty in this one. I just said, you know, it's starting to get a little dusty because, you know, swirling your brush around and it breaks down the pearls. What's making it turn that color? I don't understand. Oh, I'm sorry about that. We're gonna work on the lighting. But for the most part, it's not too bad. And I just swirl my brush in there. And this is the Marc Jacobs The Face 1 brush. And what I used for blush, I'm gonna have to probably look it up because it's rubbed off. Oh wait, maybe I can read it barely still. This is the Hakuhodo J210 brush that I use for blush. I obviously need to clean. Alright, so I'm pretty much done with my face other than highlight. And see, I'll wait till after I buff everything because I definitely don't want my highlight to go anywhere. So I'm going to use, this is a Hakuhodo J5521 maybe. It's kind of hard because like they're like rubbing off, which sucks because these are expensive brushes. Like, you need to make some better quality, like, so I actually know what the hell I'm talking about. But what else? And I'm using another favorite of mine. Like I said, this is my everyday, can't get away from these products kind of thing. Sorry. I was struggling to talk there. Alright. But yeah, this is the Tarte Exposed Highlight. I love it. I think they have, when I bought this, this is the only color that they had. It's kind of like a champagne-y, kind of like beigey gold. I love it, obviously. Alright, and now, yeah, my face is pretty much like done. All I'll have to do is like spray a little bit, and I do kind of go over with my beauty blender just to kind of like get that highlight to melt into the skin a little bit more. Alright, I gotta figure out how the hell I'm gonna do this. Alright, this is the Marc Jacobs highliner in Blacker, like the greatest of all time. It's so smooth. It's so easy to put on. So easy to take off. The only complaint that I have about this, and it's the same complaint that I have about every other eyeliner that I have ever used in my life, is they it bleeds after a while. But every eyeliner, I've never been able to find an eyeliner that doesn't like bleed out into my corner, so I just have to keep a check on that. But I mean, as far as like I have one of the Urban Decay pencil vaults, and I never touched those eyeliners ever since I started using the Marc Jacobs a few years ago, because like you would have to go over and over and over and over and over so many times to get the color that you were looking for. And I mean, that's a really delicate area. You know, you don't want to be like digging around a pencil, you know, in your eye. That's not cool, you know. So I'll deal with the bleeding. And like I said, until I find one that doesn't bleed, out into the corners of my eyes. I'm just gonna deal with it because I mean, makeup forever. I mean, I've tried so many, you know, especially because, you know, you get a lot of samples, especially like black eyeliner, like a mini black eyeliner from so many companies. And I just fill my brows in a little bit. Like they definitely, I need to go to the brow bar or whatever the hell it's called and get my brows done because they are just tragic. I just try to fill them in a little bit because otherwise you really kind of can't see them very much. And that was the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I don't use Auburn. What is it? Caramel is what I use. Auburn is like way too red, like fake red. And my hair is most certainly very natural. And this is the Benefit, and I'm probably putting on way too much. This is the Benefit, what is it? I don't know. What's it called? Ready Set Brow. It's just like a clear brow gel. And I kind of liked it at first more than the Anastasia one, so I started using it more. Or I had a sample and then I bought the full size. But it's doing the same thing that the Anastasia is doing, and like if you're not like uber duper careful, you're gonna have crunchy brows, and that's not a cute look. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, just be like light-handed with it. It didn't do it at first, but it is now. So this is the Too Faced Natural Love palette that came out a while ago, and I just stuck my nail in a shadow. Great. Let's just love that. And I'm just using this color Heaven up here in the corner, which you can't see. Heaven. And I'm gonna, it's just like a matte, like creamy white. I wouldn't say it's like stark white, but it's not quite cream either. And I'm just using this Sigma Large Fluff E50 brush just to like sweep all over the lid. You know, because I do take like foundation up on my lid, and sometimes it can get a little tacky, so it just helps things blend easier. And now I'm going to use, oh man, this is the Hakuhodo J5522, I think. Like I said, they're rubbing off. So, and the Makeup Geek, which I need to buy another one of. This is Bake Sale. One of my faves, obviously. Like I said, these products that you're seeing me use is what I use like every day. The only thing that really ever switches up in my routine, even though I have way too much makeup and should switch it up more just to use everything that I actually own, I just can't get away from these products because I love them so much. The only thing that changes in my routine is like foundation and primer. And that's it. Everything else so far, or you know, I'll kind of switch up the eyeshadows a little bit, like whatever I put on my lid. But I mean, I'm telling you, I have been stuck so hard in this rut, and I'm not even mad about it. Like, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this really hard. And if I weren't trying to explain this to you, like usually this takes me like 20 minutes, you know. And that's with my kid in here acting crazy. But now I'm trying to explain everything and show everything to you guys. But like I said, I'm not a professional. I just do what works for me. So yeah, I just use that, and I just kind of like blend it all over the lid. Like you saw that I went all the way down. Just because it's easier for me that way. And I'm going to cover it up anyway. You're not going to know that it was like really that messy. And then I think, because bitch is my favorite, this is the Natasha Denona. This is the Green Brown 28 palette. Crazy expensive. I would suggest, I mean, as you can see, like, this one right here has been, and this is Cool Bronze. I've used some of these over here, but like this has not gotten a lot of love, not for $239. So, but this Cool Bronze, I ain't even playing. This one jam. Mama is about that life for sure. I'm gonna have to buy another one, and you can buy them individually, you know, for sure. Like I don't think you can on the Sephora website, but I did see on Beautylish that you can buy them single, and definitely on her own website for sure. But Natasha Denona is queen, baby, queen. God, why is that happening? And I'm just like tapping, like I'm tapping off the excess, and then I'm tapping on the lid, because these shadows are like super rich, super buttery, and they have a lot of fallout. Like the Star palette is way worse because it has a lot of really chunky colors in it. So you have to be like super careful with the Star palette, but I mean, you just need to be careful in general. Like in the Star palette, these, what is this? Galaxia and Polaris are like crazy chunky. You know, you can see like right there all those chunks. So you just have to be careful with it. I would suggest if you pick up the Star palette, you also need to pick up some Too Faced glitter glue, just to make sure you don't end up with all over your face, and you're still gonna need to like do your eyes before you do your face. And then I'm just gonna take this Sigma whatever again, F40, F30, whatever, and dust off what little bit got underneath my eye. And then I'm going to take the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And then, if I can find it, there it is. The Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist is my jam. Like I said, I have dry skin, so anything luminous, anything dewy, anything radiant, those are my words. Illuminating, that's what I'm going for. Okay. And I just need to let that dry for a second, and then I will do my mascara, and then my lips, and then when we're done, let me brush my hair. Which looks really kind of gross, actually. We're gonna need to do some dry shampoo up in here, I believe. Oh my god, this video is almost 30 minutes long. I'm sorry, guys, but at least, you know, there's some chit chat going on. Alright. So, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my mascara. And I have been using Chanel's Le Volume de Chanel for a while, and then I also use the Benefit Roller Lash together. I never just use one. Sometimes I even add a third one in, but I think I'm gonna stick with just these two today. Sorry, you guys are getting like a weird ass angle here. I'm trying not to make one of those really weird faces that people make when they're doing their mascara, you know? Oh, and part of my skincare that you didn't see is my lash serum, which I use Revitalash. It's like crazy expensive. I buy it from Brianna Stanko's website, who is a YouTuber. Her website is premierlook.com, but she always has a discount code, and I think it's like 125 maybe for the Revitalash. So I use that as well. You're only supposed to use it once a day, but I use it twice a day because I actually have a tendency to skip it for a few days. So, but when I used to, like when I first started using it, and like I was really strict about like using it every day, I did a lot better. Like my eyelashes were like really long. Now, I mean, they're pretty good, but They're not anything special. So yeah. 30-minute makeup tutorial. Usually takes me 20. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yes, sweetie. Ow. Oh, I'm sorry. You fell? I don't think you fell. I think you jumped. My son likes to jump off the bed all the time. I can't stop him. He even likes to jump upstairs. We just try to catch him. But a lot of times we're not even there and he's still doing it. So I guess that's how he'll learn, is to get hurt one day and won't do it anymore. I'm definitely a believer in tough love. For sure. It's the only way to get them raised right, I think. Be soft on them when you need to be, but be hard on them when you need to be. Yeah, I try to be like that with my son. Cause I was a hellion as a child, and I don't want him to be like me. Not like that. And then I just use the Benefit Roller Lash because the wand is skinny. I used to only use the MAC Giga Black Lash mascara, whatever the hell it is, blue tube with like a lighter blue top, and little Mr. Jax over here stole it, and I have yet to replace it. I'm just keep hoping that I'm gonna like find it, but I don't think so because it's been a little while. For sure. Like, ugh. Alright. Oh, there's my face. It is done. And now what I'm gonna do, I don't really do a lot with my lips, hardly ever, like rarely ever. Pretty much I either use like the Dior Lip Glow, which does give me color. I guess specifically like in the winter and in the spring, I don't like to use like a matte liquid lipstick, but in the winter time, I'm all about the matte liquid lipstick. But for now, I have been loving and I loved it last year too. Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. This is the YSL Volupte Tint in Oil in number 5. I think is like cherry or something like that. I love it. I have a couple of those, and usually they're in my car, so I'm surprised I actually brought it inside or remembered to bring it inside. Alright, so that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, learned something, made fun of me, I don't know. Let me know. Alright, bye.